Before we start, I'm going to take it back all the way to the beginning of mankind. Before all of this fancy technology, humans weren't waking up early, preparing themselves poached eggs with sliced cheese, a bagel, and fruit on the side. They didn't have the luxury of opening up a fridge or driving to a fast food joint to satisfy their hunger cravings every 3 to 5 hours. Food wasn't readily accessible to them, and Uber Eats wasn't around quite yet. So, how did they survive? They hunted, killed, feasted on their prey, and then fasted. See, humans were designed to be able to go long periods of time without eating. Our bodies are so efficient that we can go up to 40 hours without eating before we truly begin to break down our own muscle. Unfortunately, in today's culture, we've trained ourselves to crave food every few hours from the moment we wake up to the moment we fall asleep, and physiologically that is not the way we were built. Men and women were practicing intermittent fasting without realizing it, explaining why their bodies were lean, fit, and more muscular in order to survive. Here's an example. Imagine the normal way of eating every few hours is like powering your phone by solar energy. When the sun is out, your phone keeps a charge, but come nighttime your phone battery dies quickly because it's not used to running on no sun. And intermittent fasting is like your phone running on a lithium battery. It takes a few hours to charge, but can perform for a full day or more without having to be charged again. With intermittent fasting, you eat for a few hours throughout the day, and the remaining hours are spent not eating, as your body has been trained to use calories and body fat more efficiently. Big actors like Jennifer Aniston, Wolverine, Ian Somerhalder, Tom Cruise practice it every day. How exactly does it work? Intermittent fasting is the practice of going extended periods of time without consuming any calories. There are some different protocols you can follow. A 16/8 intermittent fasting protocol translates to 16 hours of fasting, not eating, and 8 hours of eating. The 16/8 protocol is just one example. It's possible to work your way up to a 24th fast, and even longer. You can also do the 12/6 protocol. And a big question I get from people is, does the hours you sleep count towards your fast? Yes. Your fasting window includes every hour that you are not eating, including the time you sleep. You want your fasting window to begin a few hours before going to sleep and waking up. If you're doing the 16/8, you can start fasting 20 p.m. and end the fast around lunchtime the next day, around 12 o'clock. And you might be thinking, will I be miserable not eating for 12 to 16 hours or more? As long as you drink enough water throughout the day, and consume enough calories during your eating window, you will be just fine. At first, you will feel very hungry, and that's okay, because your body is used to eating more frequently. The hungry sensation you feel is not dangerous, and after a few days even that feeling will begin to subside. Even after the first few days of intermittent fasting, you will become accustomed to fasting for longer periods of time. So if you would do the 16/8 fasting, you can start your eating window at 12 to 20 p.m. Then fast to 12 p.m. the next day. I will provide a few tricks for you to curb your hunger. Like mentioned, you cannot consume any calories during the fasting window, but some liquids are okay and won't break the fast. These are black coffee and green tea. Black coffee will actually satiate you even more and give you increased energy during the fasting window. And green tea is also okay. Of course, drink a lot of water. I use sparkling water cause it also has a satiated effect. Intermittent fasting is also a healthy long-term strategy. The benefits of intermittent fasting are designed specifically for long-term success because it is easy to maintain. And when you shorten your eating window, your body becomes trained to burn calories more efficiently, using stored liver glycogen as energy and tapping into your fat storage. Intermittent fasting is the epitome of the saying, work smarter, not harder, and just like everything in life, there is a right way and a wrong way to take on intermittent fasting. The most important factor of intermittent fasting: freedom. Now you might be thinking how your workouts will be affected. This comes as a surprise for many, but a lot of people actually report that their performance increases during their workouts, whether they are performing cardio or weightlifting exercises. When you are not bogged down by food, you will feel more energetic and be more explosive in the gym. And no, you will not lose any muscle practicing intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting increases your growth hormone, which plays a huge role in muscle development. Your body will adapt to using the calories you consume more efficiently, and as long as you hit your daily calories during your eating window, you will be fine. Intermittent fasting can be practiced anywhere and on any diet, which puts you in control of your life. I can't emphasize this enough, but IF is the most effective, long-term, sustainable, and rewarding lifestyle possible. Think about this for a second. The biggest reason people don't find success in the gym or in their diets is because results always boil down to consistency. Life gets in the way, we have random late hours at work, we want to travel and have fun, or holidays come around, and we struggle to not indulge in our favorite foods. If you practice intermittent fasting, all of those struggles get thrown out the door. And with intermittent fasting, you are allowed to eat the foods you want in moderation, so holidays won't destroy months' worth of progress. One of the main reasons that intermittent fasting is sustainable long-term is because it allows you to act a little more freely with your diet. So what you want to do now is choose a protocol. I talked about you constant with 16/8. You start your fast at 20 p.m. and you just stop eating, and you can only consume water and coffee and green tea until the next day at 12 o'clock. And you start eating, you can't eat what you want, but at 20 p.m. you stop eating, and you just repeat that, and you will see awesome results.